Some people spend so much of their lives being overlooked, they begin to wonder if they were ever meant to be seen. They ask themselves, why me? Why was I rejected? Why was I overlooked? Why was I treated this way? What they don't realize is that while they're questioning their purpose, destiny is quietly arranging people, moving hearts, opening doors, and preparing a moment that could never happen a day too soon. Because some meetings aren't accidents, they're appointments. And when two destinies finally cross paths, the whole world changes. Let's read Chapter 14, The Big Day. The dresses are out of this world, every color imaginable, sparkling and glimmering in the light of day. I stay close behind Princess Nichelle as we move into position, looking around at all the beauty and royalty gathered here. I felt small, out of place, as if I did not belong among them. Suddenly, I feel warm, and before I know it, a small bead of sweat slips down my back. I try to steady myself, breathing slowly, hoping no one notices. "Are you sweating on my dress, stupid?" Princess Nichelle spins around so quickly she almost knocks me over. "I would sweat too if I were you." Then a horn suddenly splits the air. Dun 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 dun! Every head turns upward. King Malachi and Queen Idara appear, and the crowd erupts in cheers. "And now," the little man begins, barely containing his excitement, before quickly correcting himself. "Introducing Prince Tolliver!" The courtyard fills with excited whispers. Prince Tolliver remains beside his parents for the moment. He will not step onto the courtyard until the doors are open and everyone is present. Then the horn sounds once more. Dun 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 dun! The little man raises his scroll. "Open the doors, let everyone enter. The celebration will now begin." Prince Tolliver leaves the chamber and steps onto the courtyard. As soon as he reaches the field, the maidens are instructed to lower their heads. So I cannot see what is happening. I can only hear. Each princess is announced. When the prince stands before her, he bows and she performs a curtsy. Again and again, the ceremony moves slowly. I could nearly fall asleep standing here. Then, several pairs of feet stop in front of us. The courtyard grows strangely quiet. My fingers tighten around the train of Nichelle's dress. "Hello, I am Prince Tolliver." "I am Princess Nichelle," she replies proudly. She performs a simple curtsy. As she rises, Prince Tolliver gasps. The sound carries across the quiet courtyard. He does not move. "Princess," he says slowly, "please, curtsy once more." Nichelle hesitates, confused by the request, but she obeys. She lowers herself again. Prince Tolliver leans forward, slightly watching carefully. For a brief instant, his eyes shift past her. Then a spark of excitement flickers across his face. "I see it," he murmurs under his breath. "Once more, princess." Now the courtyard begins to stir. Whispers ripple through the crowd. Why does he keep asking her to curtsy? Nichelle performs the motion again, irritation creeping into her posture. Prince Tolliver studies the moment she lowers herself, trying to understand what he is seeing. Then he lets out a quiet breath. He runs a hand across his brow, clearly trying to make sense of what he is seeing. Then King Malachi and the Queen step onto the courtyard. Queen Idara reaches him first. "Son, are you all right?" King Malachi stands beside her. "Son, what is happening?" Prince Tolliver gestures toward Nichelle without looking away. "I need her to curtsy again." The courtyard grows even quieter. Nichelle is now openly irritated, but she obeys. The moment she lowers herself, Prince Tolliver inhales sharply. "Mother," he says, his voice suddenly certain, "I see the light." Nichelle freezes, but it is not on the princess. The courtyard falls completely silent. It is on her maiden. Then I see him step closer. My fingers tighten around the train. "Maiden," Prince Tolliver says. The word hangs in the air. The courtyard grows very still. "Maiden," he repeats gently, "show me your face." My heart begins to pound. "Kind Prince Tolliver," I say, my voice trembling. The rules of the courtyard do not allow maidens to raise their eyes to royalty." For a moment, no one speaks. Then King Malachi breaks the silence. "I, King Malachi, grant this maiden permission to raise her head so my son may look upon her face." Queen Idara turns sharply toward him. "What are you doing?" she demands. Slowly I lift my face. Prince Tolliver is looking right at me. For a moment, he simply stares as though something inside him is struggling to make sense of what he sees. "It is you," he says quietly. "I see the light." He gently frees my hands from the train I have been clutching. Then he lifts his hand and lightly touches my face as though making sure I am truly standing before him. My breath catches. He draws me closer, his eyes never leaving mine. Before anyone can stop him, he kisses me. Softly, a gasp ripples through the courtyard. Somewhere behind us, Queen Idara collapses. I stand there, stunned and trembling. Some people spend years being told they aren't enough, not pretty enough, not important enough, not worthy enough. They're overlooked, belittled, and made to feel invisible. But there's a quiet voice inside that keeps whispering, "Keep going. There's more. Your story isn't over." Because while everyone else is deciding your value, destiny is quietly preparing your moment. And when the moment finally arrives, no one can stop what was always meant to be. Chapter 15, Divine Union Awaits. My book, I Am the Light, is available now on Amazon. If you're finding this chapter in the middle, no worries. Chapter 1 is waiting for you on my channel. Whew, This is your moment. It's your time to shine because you are the light.